move and the bunny gets it.
I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
It's showtime.
Psychically, I'm very well endowed.
I wanna know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.
Look at this field. What do you see?
Something's moving!
Let's check it out.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Monday Night Show. Sorry, had the mic a little far away. Alright, looks like my levels are good. Alright, if anybody has any trouble with the hearing, just let me know in the chat. Anyway, so tonight I'm going to talk about one of my favorite movies. It's not mentioned in the best movie of all time conversations. And I guess it's kind of a sentimental favorite for me. And so we're going to talk a little bit about Walter, Hub, and Garth, his two uncles. And so this is like the last movie Haley Joel Osment did before he went to college. Actually wrecked a Porsche shortly after this movie. A lot of people thought he was going to run off the rails. So anyway, he kind of lost a lot of his baby cuteness after this. He's now like a pretty decent character actor, but Haley Joel Osment back in the day was like he's like the second coming of Macaulay Culkin. He was like everywhere for a while there. After Sixth Sense made him a household name. But this movie was kind of like at the tail end of, this is like right teenage, right on the edge of his teenage years. He still got a little bit of a break in his voice. So I don't think he was. I think he was around maybe voice changing age, around 13, 14 maybe. But he like retired right after this. I think he just wanted to be a kid for a while. But this might be my favorite performance of his, and that includes Sixth Sense. And it's just because Walter and I had a lot in common. This character he played. Hold on a second. Looks like I got a comment, actually. Hello, Alan Becker fan. Thank you for coming. Well, so let me kind of give you the first scene that you see. It kind of introduces you a little bit to this crazy. Gets you right into it. It's one of the best opening scenes of any movie, I think. Hey, Christina Zarko, sorry. Christina Zarko. Welcome to the show. Thank you guys for coming. It's one of the kind of interesting, like one of the best openings, I think. It really introduced the characters, and right after this, a young man gets a phone call that that his uncles had a plane crash and were both deceased, and so that kind of that kind of takes some of the suspense out of it a little bit, because he gets kind of introduced to them. Let me go ahead and play the trailer.
Around all summer.
Nice doggy. Go play. Take him to the orphanage right this minute.
Whether we take him to the orphanage or tie him up and throw him in the lake, it's our business, not yours.
For Walter, spending the summer with his uncles was the last place he wanted to be.
Gentlemen, do you worry about the future? The Mississippi Mutual Insurance Company.
He was stuck in the middle of nowhere.
You sleep up there. We don't know nothing about kids.
If we kick off in the middle of the night, you're on your own.
With two crazy old men.
There he is!
And nothing to do.
Is it okay if I go inside and watch television?
Ain't got one.
No television?
Hey!
No TV.
But sometimes you can find adventure in the most unlikely places.
They say these two old men got millions stashed away. Nobody knows where they got it. They stole
They're bank robbers from the 20s and 30s.
You two disappeared for 48 years. Where were you?
You know what I don't like about house guests? Dinner tables, chit-chat, chit-chat.
New Line Cinema presents.
Who do you think you are, huh?
Hub McCann. I fought in 2 world wars and killed many men and loved only one woman.
Why aren't you opening it?
Hub always hogs the bad guys.
Michael Caine.
This is the best idea you ever had.
You bought a used line?
It's defective.
Can I keep him?
Robert Duvall.
Those stories are true, aren't they?
Sometimes the things that may or may not be true are the things that a man needs to believe in the most.
Haley Joel Osment.
If I'm gonna live here, there's gonna be some conditions.
Conditions.
No more dangerous stuff. No fighting teenagers, no airplanes, more vegetables,
Make you live to be 100.
You live to be 100.
less meat.
What was that?
Good barbecue.
You expect us to die of old age?
Secondhand Lions. Directed by Tim McCandless.
Okay, I'll watch the movie again. Anyway, hold on a second. Okay, not even sure how to pronounce that. Welva, maybe? Welcome to the show. Anyway, so Walter basically, he's got like the worst mother, one of the worst movie mothers I think I've ever seen. Played brilliantly by Kira Sedgwick, who's one of the best female actresses that's I think I've ever seen. But she's just an awful mother, right? And she's got this son that she drags around everywhere, and she basically finds, she's not a mothering type, and so she's constantly trying to find a way to kind of like get rich. She's always jumping from abusive man to abusive man, and she drags Walter along with her, and so she's got these two crazy uncles who may or may not be sitting on a fortune. All anybody knows is that they seem to be able to, subsist without any kind of outside finances, and they don't seem to be concerned too much about how much money they're spending, and so. They disappeared for a while. They came back, and everybody, and they kind of keep to themselves. So all the family is like, the one that told him to take him to the orphanage or whatever, that was one of their odious relatives that's trying to kind of ingratiate themselves to Hub and Garth, and Hub and Garth can't stand them. But they're trying to get a hold of that money, and May, Walter's mother, sticks him in that house, trying to get him to figure out where the money is. So I basically, if he can figure out where the money is, then maybe she can steal it. So, we're talking Mother of the Year here. We're talking Mother of the Year. So, Hub and Garth are basically, they just get stuck with this kid, and they spend their days waiting for the next salesman to show up so they can shoot at him. That's pretty much all they do with their time. It's gotten out that they're wealthy, and so all these salesmen do show up. And if they can survive the first few minutes of the encounter, then maybe they can make a sale. So the salesmen all keep coming and keep coming, And the relatives also keep coming, but they can't shoot the relatives, but they do shoot at the salesman. But anyway, so in the middle of this madness, this sensitive boy who, has never had any adult he could trust, is kind of like thrown into the situation. And he's never been out of the city, his mother's drug him from town to town, and he's never really had a father figure. In fact, he doesn't even know his father, because his mom, let's just say, she moves around a lot. And so he never had a father figure. He's always felt like a second wheel. And he gets stuck out here with these two old guys who are basically, they think their days are long behind them. They're secretive, they're suspicious, they're irascible, they're set in their ways, and they get stuck with this kid. Now, this is kind of like this is the turning point right here. There you go. Just absolute masterclass. Haley Joel Osment at that time had a real spark to him, and he was in the scene with two of the greatest living actors at that time. Robert Duvall's since passed, and I think Michael Caine's still around. But he held his own in that moment. But what an awful what an awful situation that kid was in. Finding out once again that his the resolution that you see in him. Oh, she lied again. Looks like I'm going to be stuck in the orphanage again. So you can tell he's been there, done that more than once. And my uncle, by marriage, he had a mother very much like that. That she would leave him with relatives and then run off. And then when she needed a child for whatever purpose, like benefits or something like that, she would come get him long enough to make him believe that he was going to stay with her, and then she would, as soon as whatever purpose she had for him ended, then back to the relatives he would go, and the relatives all resented him being there. And so you're talking about what that does to a kid. My uncle, all the way to the end of his life, was always secretive. He was always reserved. He was always there was always a piece of him that you just couldn't reach. He kind of got stuck with me when I was 9 years old, for reasons that I've mentioned on this channel before. And we never really got on very well. And the reason why is because I kind of reminded him of me. I reminded him of him, basically. And so I think that was part of, why I never, as a matter of fact, until he died, I didn't know how much he had done for me, or how much he had kind of like sacrificed on my behalf. I had no idea when I found out that he'd been paying bills and had been kind of propping me up behind without me knowing about it. I sat in the office and just bawled, because but he never could tell me, could never show it to me. But I had to find out after he died, and he could no longer keep his secrets. But you see that kind of abandonment issues that child has, and these gentlemen who basically had their life set, they had it kind of like figured out. And so him coming along, for whatever reason that his mom stuck him with them, it kind of like resurrected them a little bit, and gave them kind of more of something what of a purpose. He was as good for them as they were for him. So along the way, another character kind of enters into this thing. Okay, I am down on YouTube. Even though YouTube told me that this was okay to play. So I'm going to kind of like talk a little bit until YouTube comes back. But anyway, so this third character, since Rumble and X, I'm still up on Rumble and X. I'm just gonna keep talking. But so basically, the third character is Jasmine the Lion, and Jasmine, basically, Jasmine, he got the name from this trunk that Hub had, that had sand in it, and had this picture of a beautiful woman, and so he called the lion Jasmine, and Hub was not happy about that. Hub has kind of a hole in his heart for this lady. So basically, I think I'm still down on YouTube. It's gonna take a minute or two before I come back up. What really irritates me is that when the playback comes in, then I won't have any problems. The playback basically will be, it'll show the whole entire clip that I just played, and there won't be any interruptions, so there won't be any copyright strikes or anything. It's just this live algorithm that takes me down. So anyway, hopefully I'll be back up shortly, and I'm back. Okay. All right, I'm back on YouTube. All right. Anyway, so that third character is Jasmine the Lion, and it turns out to be a female lion, and she kind of joins this merry band. At one point, she gets loose and kind of like runs into the corn, and that becomes her new jungle. And she turns out she's really happy there. And Walter, he's very fond of her, and she's fond of Walter. And she begins to think of him as her cub. So we'll see if I can play this. But we'll give it a shot. And I'm down. I'm down on YouTube again. So we'll shuffle walk a little bit. So that man that was beating up Walter happened to be his mother's latest boyfriend, and which kind of shows you the kind of man she was gravitating to. But he was trying to get Walter to tell him, where the money was, and she's trying to tell him where the money was, and Walter, he basically told Walter a bunch of lies about Hub and Garth, and here he was, this cynical child who had always been lied to and never had anybody to look up to, nobody to trust, and the one person who he was supposed to trust, his mother, was lying to him about these two men. And he had this moment where he realized that he trusted Hub and Garth. Maybe for the first time in his life, he actually trusted some adults. And that moment was very powerful, in that he finally rejected his mother's lies. He rejected his mother's, many, many ways that she screwed with him, over the years. And he decided to trust these two men that were his uncles. And that was a big moment for him. It's probably a turning point in his life where he finally trusted somebody. Let's see, is the stream coming back up? Okay, stream might be down permanently this time. I don't know, but for YouTube, I'm just going to keep going. No, I'm back. Okay, I'm back on YouTube anyway. But that was a huge moment for him. It was a huge moment for him. And, Jasmine passed away defending him. And it was kind of the first time he had a pet, even though she was a gigantic lioness, as it were. But it's the first time, that he had something like protect him from anything in his entire life. And so he had a real connection to Jasmine, and just a beautiful moment in where she, like reaching the end of her life, was able to reclaim this moment, and that's what this whole movie's about. It's about Walter trying to come of age and this, awful situation his mother had placed him in. And being stuck with these two men who were just trying to, coast to the end of life, had no plan on, they just wanted, they basically was just waiting to die, basically. And here this young man comes into their life, and he's somebody that's going to need them to raise him. And it's kind of like, I'm not gonna play any more clips. I've already had the stream taken down twice, so I'm not gonna play any more clips. But there's this moment where Hub has this moment of weakness. He passes out, and he kind of gets mad at him for taking him to the hospital. But on the way home, they stop at a bar, and in the bar, some young guys start messing with Hub, and I guess I'm gonna have to play it. So if I get taken down again, just give me a minute. But I gotta play this. Okay. And of course, I got taken down again. This video later on will be fine and will have no problems whatsoever. But they're just determined to take me down right now. But I mean, that character, I mean, Hub is just a man. He's a man's man. It's just like the pinnacle of masculinity. He's just absolutely, you know, he's played. They do some flashbacks, and in the flashbacks, he's played by a guy named Christian Kane. You saw him in like Leverage. You saw he was the lawyer. Wesley, I think his name was. No, it wasn't Wesley. There's the lawyer in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the evil lawyer. He played that, but he's been around a long time. But he played Hub in like the flashbacks, and there's a whole entire. This is all Garth's story. Garth was telling the stories, and so, basically, you know, our young hero, Walter, you know, he's kind of got to, you know, that moment where he's been told all these lies, and he rejects them because he wants to believe that Hub and Garth were who they say they are, and he decides that it doesn't matter if they're lying or not. And I'm back on YouTube. Hello, everybody from YouTube. But it doesn't matter if they are who they say they are. What matters is I believe them. I believe they are who they say they are. And that moment where this young man who's just been lied to his whole entire life finally believes in somebody, believes in something. And he believes that Garth and Hub are who they say they are. And I'm not going to play any more clips. Evidently, pretty much everything is getting taken down right now. But I'm trying to decide to play this clip or not. This is kind of like the whole entire point for the whole entire movie. I guess I gotta play it. Alright, for you on YouTube, I'll see you on the other side of the stream going down. The replay will be uncut, will be uncensored, but for you that are watching me on YouTube on the stream, I will be back in just a few minutes after YouTube takes me down again. But here. Okay, looks like I won't be back on YouTube. YouTube has suspended my stream, so no big deal. I may have gotten a channel strike or something like that. At this point, we're all going to get taken down anyway. But for you that are still watching on X and Rumble, I guess you'll watch the end of this. Maybe the stream will come back at some point. I don't know. But I'm not going to sweat it either way. But that whole entire speech right there, you know. Walter at the end of it, he kind of like demands that his uncle stay alive so he can give him the whole speech later on, you know, when he gets old enough. And so, you know, and it's funny because Robert Duvall just did a great job. But he's like, all right, I'll be your damn uncle, you know? It's like, all right, kid, I'll be your damn uncle, you know? But either way, it's just a beautiful moment. It's a beautiful moment. If I got to play, and so there at the end, his whole entire life, he's kind of like wondering, you know, if they were lying or not, or if they were exaggerating or not, or if they were kind of like pulling his leg. And so there at the end, they fly the plane into the barn, and they both die in their 90s. And so he's coming to kind of like figure stuff out. And the wheel is, the kid gets it all, just bury us in the garden with a damn lion. So, but then this happens. So I've got to play this. Now that YouTube has suspended me, I don't think it matters at this point. So here you go. Yep. Yep. Yeah, YouTube took down my streams. No big deal. But this'll be up for on Rumble and on X. So it is what it is. I may go back and remove the offending clips for YouTube's Byzantine system or whatever. I don't know. But anyway. So yeah, this, so this is about dying with your boots on. It's about passing it on to the next generations, about a young boy who doesn't believe anyone, has never found anybody to trust, learning to trust again. It's about 3 broken individuals who manage to develop a family together. And it's about legends, about being legendary, So if you're looking for a movie that's good for the whole family, that's really good. I don't know that's a little girl thing, real girl film, but it's definitely for little boys. So little boys definitely need to watch this, at least, It means a lot to me. Like I said, I was kind of my teenage years was kind of spent trying to figure out how to get it in the rails and move forward. And in some ways, I'm still trying to figure it out. But manhood is a accomplishment for young boys, and because of that, they need it modeled. They need manhood modeled. They need to know what it means to be a man in this world, to have responsibilities, and to take care of what those that are weaker than you, and to, what true love never dies, all the crazy kind of lessons that you need to know. And if you don't have somebody showing that to you, then you can lose your way. And we're seeing a lot of that right now. And so I think this movie has basically been that for a lot of people, me included. And so that's why I wanted to honor this movie today. I don't know if my stream will be available on YouTube. I may have to just erase the whole thing on there. I don't know. But I got to play the clips, man. I just had to play them. I don't know how you can operate on YouTube anymore. But either way, thank you for everybody still watching. I guess you're on X and Rumble. And we will see you next time. Follow the White Rabbit. Bye, everybody.